All right, today we are opening up a very, very cold case. In fact, it's one of the oldest on record. So I want you to forget what you think you know about mythology. We're about to apply modern forensic techniques to a brutal murder, a conspiracy, and a cover-up that has lasted for millennia, the assassination of the god king Osiris.
Look, this wasn't just any murder. This was a story of betrayal so deep it literally shaped an entire civilization. So we're gonna treat it like it happened yesterday. We've got our victim, we've got a crime scene, and we've got a killer who really, truly thought they got away with it. Every investigation, and I mean every investigation, starts in the same place, the crime scene. But this one, well, this one was different. The initial findings from Osiris's body didn't just point to murder. They pointed to something way stranger, something almost ritualistic. Now, before we even touch the evidence, you gotta understand who we're dealing with here. The victim, Osiris, wasn't just some guy. He was a king, a god. He was the symbol of life itself. To take him out, that's not just murder. You're basically declaring war on the entire world order. The stakes, they literally could not be higher.
Okay, so this initial forensics report, this is where things get really weird. The body was found by his sister, Isis, but the key finding is almost unbelievable. The body appears to have been reassembled, put back together. We also find traces of linen fibers, desert dust, lotus resin. So what does that tell us? It tells us the body was moved, and not just dumped, it was moved carefully. This isn't just homicide, this is desecration on a whole nother level.
So what does this level of overkill tell you? It tells you everything about the killer's mindset. They didn't just want Osiris dead. The dismemberment, the careful reassembly, they wanted to erase him from existence. This was not a crime of passion. This was planned, calculated, and deeply, deeply personal. So you've got this totally bizarre crime scene, a VIP victim. Where do you even start? Well, in cases like this, you always look closest to home. And believe me, a name popped up almost right away. Our key witness, his sister, Isis, she doesn't even blink. She gives up one name and one name only, Seth, Osiris's own brother. And you know, any detective will tell you, when a crime is this personal, you start with the family. Every time. And right there, you have your motive. It's the classic story, isn't it? The tale of two brothers. On one side, you've got Osiris. He represents order, stability. He's the beloved king. And then you have his brother, Seth, the total opposite. Chaos, storms, and just dripping with jealousy. This was way more than sibling rivalry, people. This was a battle for the throne, a battle for the soul of the entire kingdom.
So, we had our profilers put together a psych workup on Seth. And wow, it is a textbook match for this kind of killer. Classic narcissist, grandiose, vindictive, totally obsessed with power and domination. He's got a history of aggression, even attempted coups in the past. So for a guy like Seth, murder, that's not some emotional, spur-of-the-moment thing. No way. It's a business decision. It's just the next logical step to getting exactly what he wants.
Okay, so we've got our suspect, we've got our motive. Now investigators can finally start to piece together how this all went down. And what they found, it wasn't some messy brawl. It was a plan. A plan so cold and calculated, it'll give you chills. And the big breakthrough, it came from the last person you'd expect, Seth's own wife, Nephthys. Her statement was a bombshell. She confirms the whole thing was premeditated. Seth wasn't just lashing out in anger. He was methodically planning, secretly measuring his own brother to build a custom-made murder weapon. So let's walk through the reconstruction of the crime. It is just horrifyingly methodical. Step 1, he secretly measures his brother. Step 2, he builds this custom airtight coffin, basically a trap. Step 3, he tricks Osiris, gets him inside, and seals it, suffocation. But the cruelty doesn't stop there. Post-mortem, he dismembers the body and then scatters the pieces all over the land. See, the goal wasn't just to kill him. The goal was to completely erase him from history. So there you have it. Seems pretty open and shut, right? You've got motive, means, a witness, and a psych profile that fits him like a glove. It's gotta be Seth. Case closed. But in a case this huge, it's just never that simple, is it? I mean, the file was literally on the detective's desk, ready for the case closed stamp. And then it happened. One last lab report came in from forensics, and it was about to change, well,
everything.
Case closed? Huh, not even close. That neat little story everyone believed, it was about to get blown sky high. You see, there was one place left to look for the real truth: the victim, the body itself. Because trace evidence, especially the kind you get from someone fighting for their life, that evidence never, ever lies.
So, the DNA results come in. 2 parts. Part 1, well, it confirms what everyone suspected. Seth's DNA, all over the place. No big shock there. But part 2, that's the stunner. They tested the trace DNA from under Osiris's own fingernails. You know, from the person he was physically fighting for his life against. And the result? It wasn't Seth. It was a 100% match for his sister, Isis.
So when the detectives confront Isis with this, her explanation is just bone-chilling. She doesn't even deny it. She admits it. Yeah, I was there. She claims Osiris fought her in the dark, thinking she was Seth, and she just let it happen. She stood there, watched her husband and brother die, and then let the blame fall squarely on the one person she already despised.
And that, right there, is the real question that this entire case boils down to. Was Isis just a grieving widow who decided to, let justice take its course? Or was she something else entirely? A cold-blooded mastermind, playing a brilliant long game for ultimate power. Did she let one rival take out another just so she could clear the board and put her own son on the throne? That's the one part of this whole mystery that's still buried, deep in the sand.